mom's job is teacher and coach where you go to school. At any point in this process, 'cause you've now played for her for 5 years because it's a private school, you're able to play varsity at a younger age. Have you ever been like, "I kinda wanna transfer. I kinda wanna go play for someone else. I don't wanna play," like, obviously you didn't, but has that thought popped up? Have you guys had that conversation because you wanted to go play
Yes.
for someone else?
Um,
You
it
can.
wasn't so much of like transferring. I mean, I never saw her. She teaches lower school, so I don't see her the day-to-day stuff. It's really only the soccer piece. Um, there definitely have been plenty of moments where we're butting heads at practice and it continues when we get home. So that's kind of the hardest part. So that's where we were thinking maybe, another school would potentially be better just so she can do her thing and I can do my thing without having that sort of conflict. But we went through it and now it's kind of just one of those things where like I would not want any other coach. Like seeing my friends that go to different schools with their coaches versus my mom, she knows what she's doing. Like I have full trust in her. Seeing my friends on my team love her as a coach makes me not want to be anywhere else. But freshman and sophomore year, there's definitely that thought where maybe different coach would be okay.
Alright, there's 2 pieces I wanna ask you about there, Julie. You just heard your 17-year-old daughter say she wouldn't wanna play for anyone other than you. What's that bring up in you?
Well, it makes me happy, of course. I know that it wasn't the easiest road to get there. I think that, you know, I think, like I said, it's different when you're coaching your kid when they're 10 and 9. And like going back to your point, they need external feedback, right? And so when I was coaching club, I could have been Audrey's coach all the way through. I coached my son. I coached and actually my other daughter also plays for me, who's only 14. So she's kind of going through those growing pains that Audrey went through. And so, and coached in this area for a long time. That's another thing they have to deal with because it's, oh, you're Coach McCann's kid because I've coached here for so long. Like they're constantly dealing with this kind of stigma, good or bad, whatever that is. And so I think that I purposely have made it a point that, like, yes, I want to be part of your soccer. But at the end of the day, if you feel like it is not good for you and you're not going to be your best and we can't handle the blurred lines and everything else, then mom's going to back out because my number one job is to be your mom, not to be your coach. Right. That's my number one. Like I'm there all day long for you. And I will happily go coach plenty of other teenagers in this county or anywhere else if you are not feeling good about this relationship and about how it works. And if there are problems, then what do we do to need to make it work and, and all those things. So that's kind of the journey that we've been on. But I think definitely the thing that's made it work is that open, honest conversation and hearing her say those things, knowing that we've had like our ups and downs and then too, just, like I've worked really hard to make sure she gets external feedback. Like you said, like I might have something that I really want to say to her in the heat of the moment, but I've got an awesome assistant coach in Nuo Johnson. And I'm like, Nuo, like Audrey's not doing this. And then fortunately we think a lot alike. You'd be like, yes, totally agree. And then he'll pull her to the side and he'll say those things. And like you said, it comes off differently. Right. So a lot of times it's things that I was thinking and wanted to say to her, but it just came through a different channel. Right. Or it was written on the board from a different person. And so I find that helps a lot. But hearing her say it after everything feels really good. I hope that my 14-year-old says it later. I don't know if she will. But yeah, like we always revisit that conversation, like, because it's 4 months of really intense 4 months where they're with mom and it's high emotions, right? We have a really, it's not, I know we were talking before about like your high school team and, our high school team is different in that, a lot of these girls want to play at the next level. They play all year round at really high levels. And so when they come for high school, they're like, hey, I'm in it. Like, let's go. They're high intensity. So those emotions are running high and it's, and plus they're teenage girls on top of it. So I think all of that, it's just, it's really good to hear, because like I said, mom is number one, coach is number two. But obviously when I'm on the field, she knows I have to be her coach first. But at the end of the day, if that coach relationship isn't panning out, I would happily put the coach shoes to the side if she wanted me to.